Well, we're going live. So why don't we break out real conversation here? Yeah, my hair's a total mess, but got my little fan over here. See it? Yeah. Oh, those you can see it, but anyhow, you know, here we are, this far along. My question is, when do we, the people, start waking to the realization that we own government? Government doesn't own us. Now, we've got a lot of so-called debt. Where does that debt come from? It comes from, well, our government, Jiminy Crickets. How did we acquire that debt? Is that debt ours? Good question. My apologies, folks. I'm old and decrepit. And I see things in a different light than most young people do. Most young people do. You either acquire or it's acquired for you. Gee, what do you mean by that, Rick? When did this debt become ours? Ask yourself that question. Well, we delegated certain rights to legislature. No, we did not. We are enemies of the democracy. See, the United States was never a democracy. We're a Republican form of government. And we, the people, are the sovereign. We're the sovereign under our Creator. We created our government. Now that government has decided that they're the sovereign. Wait a minute, what? They decided that they're the sovereign. Well, how can that be? It can't be. This is where you and I stand up and say, you crossed the line. You've crossed it many times before. We the people, big letters on that Constitution. That Constitution that you keep trying to forget exists. The only reason government exists is because we the people established it. We the people, big letters, we the people established a government to protect our unalienable rights, to protect our borders, and to coin our money, to look after those that didn't have the ability to defend their rights. That's what government's there for. Government has no other purpose other than protecting the unalienable rights of the sovereign. Gee, Rick, who are the sovereign? We the people. We have a sovereign authority over the government. Government, whenever it trespasses on those unalienable rights, which is every day, all day long. We, the people, need to step back, read the Constitution, and, oh, Jiminy Crickets. What is this document Rick wrote? What is this document here? Oh, sovereign authority. Oh, well, what does Rick know about anything? You know, he's a fucking drunk that doesn't know anything, right? Okay. Well, it's funny I can write documents that might make you listen for a second. We, the people, we're the sovereign, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. What did I just say? Liberty and justice for all. Now, where does justice come from? We, the people. When did government have the authority to betray what's right and wrong? We have people in our United States of America, people in America that didn't get here lawfully, but yeah, now we're going to use the court system to slow roll that. Let's talk about the court system for a second. When did the court system ever have judicial power over we the people? When did the court system decide that they were the ones that were sovereign? What? We the people decide. Always have been that rule. That's the rule of law, which I've written. Now let's read it, just for kicks and grins. Just for all those that think I'm some basket case, some drunk goofball. Yeah, I'm the drunk patriot. Thank you. All right. Don't have my specs, but in the United States, sovereignty resides in people. Congress cannot invoke the sovereign power of the people to override their will as thus declared. Perry versus the U.S. The purpose of my mandate right here, the purpose of this is to delineate sovereignty and make clear to our elected servants that the people, that's us, we the people, that the people are the sovereign and not the government. Not the government. Because we created government to protect our unalienable rights. Oops. Let's get back with that. Government is a creature of the law. Well, who created the law? We the people did. We decide. Government is a creature of the law with a clipped sovereignty sufficient only enough to exercise their vested powers. Well, we the people, comma, the children of nature's God, comma, receiving our sovereignty, authority, comma, and unalienable right to create a government by our consent. Our rights and not deprive us of them. I'm not going to get into this whole document, but when are we the people? We don't need a Donald Trump. We need a self-governing people. That's what we are, is a self-governing people. To declare is a self-governing people. To declare, once again, why should we declare it? Why should we declare it? It's already ordained. We have a constitution. That constitution did not give us our rights. That constitution ordained a government that is run by we the people. I don't need permission to go to my local convenience store to get a gallon of milk. Well, Rick, you need a license and you need license plates. No, I don't. And you fools that keep on, you bee chasers, do you know what a cruiser is? You guys keep calling these police cars cruisers. Do you know what a cruiser is and was? They were what the pirates had that they would drop down that were fast moving little vessels to overtake larger vessels. Cruisers. Do you guys not hear that you've been gamed? You've been seriously gamed to believe that you're doing good for America. No, you're not. You're the problem. You're the bee chasers that these judges, these prosecutors are using to inflict unlawful penalties on the American people. Can I prove it all day long? Let me give you my phone number. Any of you cops out there that think that you're doing right, any of you bar attorneys think that you're doing justice for the American people, let me explain something to you. You're the problem. You're the reason why we're in this mess. 87% of our government is run by bar attorneys. That means the judicial branch, the executive branch, and the legislative branch are all run by a communist doctrine known as the Bar Association, the American Bar Association. Look it up. Find it out. You want to stop this tyranny? Number one, you cops are the biggest problem. Biggest problem. Because you listen to these bankrupt judges who own 6, 7 homes. Why, they put you out as cannon fodder. Cannon fodder, little boys and girls. Cannon fodder. They allow you to go to prison, they will, well, they'll make you a nice little sentence as they hang out in the tropics on their weekends. You boneheads, you stupid cops are the problem. You're the jackboots. Sorry, bitch. I'm calling you a bitch. Sorry, bitch. You're the bitch. And you're defying God. When God tells you the Constitution, which you swore an oath to uphold, protect, and defend, how many of you know it? How many of you know the Constitution for which you swore an oath to uphold, protect, and defend? How many of you know it? You don't. It's some document. Wow. Really? Let me tell you, that document is a threshold you should never have crossed. And you've done it. You're fools. You want to sit back and say, how do we change America? Well, let me tell you. Change America by knowing your law. What is the law? We the people. Read it. Big letters. We the people. Doesn't say we the government. It says we the people. And you, a little bootlicker, got your badge, got your gun, got your little sirens. Let me tell you, everything you've been doing since you started that career of being a woo-woo-woo cop has bastardized, let me repeat, bastardized the Constitution and your faith in God. What? Yeah, your faith in God. Because A, you automatically jumped into a satanic system. And I don't find it funny. You jumped into a satanic system to overrun God's people. You were directed. You took an oath under the Constitution. That Constitution is not only a contract, it is a trust. And that trust forbids your soul from moving forward into a heavenly grace. Let me tell you, a heavenly grace of forgiveness. I'm out there catching bad guys, yeah? Well, how about the fact that you're the biggest bad guy on the block? You're the biggest betrayer of your oath of office. When you pull some old lady over because her license plate is out of date, just shows what a corrupt son of a bitch you are. Let me explain something. Read the Constitution. Then go out and start doing traffic stops, jackass. Start doing traffic stops after you read the Constitution. Show me when you got the authority. When did it come to you? Because A, we the people are sovereign. So you're going to tell me you're going to pull over the king in your little woo-woo bullshit car, paid for by we the people. You're going to pull over the king because A, the hair on his horse's tail is too short. I mean, do you see the insanity of what you do and you call yourself just? You call yourself just. Statutes and codes. Why don't you read my document? Why don't you read it? Your authority is what I say it is, not what you say it is. And you little snakes in the grass, got your badge, got your gun, guess what? I'm asking you. I'm asking you to read the Constitution. I'm asking you to look up constitutionallawgroup.us. Look it up. Find your way back to being God's people. You want to see this nation change. Donald Trump, he's only halfway there. He's only halfway there. He loves assholes like me. Trust me, Donald Trump, ask him, who's Rick Martin? See if he doesn't know who I am. What are we going to do to save America? To get all the illegals out, working on that, being pigeonholed by a corrupt court system that is run by the American Bar Association, and the American Bar Association has no authority whatsoever, yet they became a monopoly that runs our court systems, and then all of a sudden, what happened? Whoa! Every court system, every courthouse has a Dun & Bradstreet number. Rick, what's the Dun & Bradstreet number? Could that mean it's a for-profit corporation? Oh, so these courts are a private corporation sent to prison and collecting a fee. Yeah, that's what they are. Human trafficking. Women trafficking. What is our law? What is what we the people decided is law? What did we decide? We decided that if you harm somebody or you harm their property, A, step up to the plate and take care of those that you harmed. Right? Courts are there to settle a controversy, not to make a profit. Now I want you all to look up how much profit your courthouse, your local courthouse, has made in the last 6 months. Look it up. I want you to look up what's called a bid bond. Look up what's called a bid bond. Then look up what's called a bid bond. Then look up what's called a payment bond. Why don't you start asking your county prosecutors some very serious questions? Is this a private corporation? Do you have a Dun & Bradstreet number? Ask them. Excuse me. Before I walk into this courtroom, is there a Dun & Bradstreet number on this courthouse? Is there a bid bond, a performance bond, and a payment bond listed with the prosecutor on the case that I'm here on? Is there? Is there? Because if there is, this is neither criminal or civil. It's now commercial. Am I correct on that, Judge? You know what? I'm sick and tired of us all wimping out. Stand your ground. Ask the courts. Simple question. You know, Judge, I'm here simply on special appearance. I mean, I even hate saying that. Judge, let me ask you a stupid question. Does the prosecutor have a bid bond, a performance bond, and a payment bond on this case? See what happens. See what happens. Judge, are you going to try to trespass on my unalienable rights? Because if you are, I'm going to hold you liable. Because I have not been told of any valid claim that I've done somebody harm or injury or done harm or injury to somebody's property. Have I done harm to somebody's property? Then bring them forth. Where's the valid claim that I've done harm or injury to someone? Deprive them. Where is it? Judges, I'm telling you right here and now. Wake up. This crazy hippie lawyer is coming after you. And I guarantee you, Donald Trump has been listening to me. I can show you. Been sending him paperwork about your court systems, about your corrupt court systems. He's got my paperwork. Bondi, she's got it. Cash, he's got it. So I'm just some crazy lunatic drunk that has only studied law for over 30 years and the Constitution. And you don't want to go head to head? And let's fix the hairdo for a second. Yeah, it kind of looks even more fucked up, but yeah, I'm enjoying this. It's not often I get to talk. I've been throwing off every God blessed Roll-Man and cigarettes. I drink cheap scotch. Somebody called me out. Somebody called me out Somebody tell me I'm wrong. Sovereignty Immunities Act. Let's think about that for a second. Let's look at the EPA. Let's look at the FDA. Let's look at when they were established. Environmental Protection Agency. Why don't you go back to 1906? Why don't you guys go back to 1906 and start reading the doctrine that created them? How about the 1970, the EPA? Why don't you read their doctrine as well? Why don't you read it? Are they following it? Are they going to be held accountable to that doctrine? Are they? You know, I might be just some crazy drunk patriot that has put more judges, prosecutors, and dirty cops in prison. If you don't remember my name, it's Rick Martin. Yeah. Constitutional Law Group. Yeah. Have I been drinking tonight? You bet your biscuits. Sick and tired of listening to you fucking whiners. Pardon my French. You whiners that don't do your own homework and then allow people like Fauci to get away with what they got away with. I showed you, Dr. Dave Martin and I both gave you all the evidence that the scamdemic was nothing but a Trojan horse to bring in the economic collapse of America. And all we got for it is our bank accounts were frozen. I was thrown in jail for 370 days because I went after Gretchen Whitmer and Dana Nessel for election fraud. Yeah, keep that in mind. They froze my bank accounts, stole all my possessions, did everything they could to have me assassinated. Yet, here I stand. Here I stand, telling you I can't do this alone any longer. Why am I the only one that suffers? Okay, maybe I'm a crybaby. I've lost everything. I've proved the facts. The facts are undisputable. Election fraud, scamdemic. Dr. Dave Martin and I have put it all out there, and we paid dearly. We lost financially. I spent 370 days in jail before the charges were thrown out. Held without bond. That's Gretchen Whitmer for you. She tried to have me assassinated in jail several times. But yeah, I'm in it for the fun of it, right? I do this because I enjoy losing my fortune, being beat half to death, being thrown behind a cage, and having to defend my life every day of my life for 370 days. I do this because I just enjoy what? I've done it for you to wake up. You want to take back America? Listen. Shut up. Listen. Men like me, our reputations are shot. Honestly, our reputations are shot. Our fortunes gone. You get up every morning, have an egg and toast or whatever. I was a multi-millionaire. I made my fortune. I was a multi-millionaire. I made my fortune in the golf world. I love to teach golf. I'm in the Hall of Fame. I've had my own golf channel. I risked everything because I love freedom. I learned freedom. There's no bigger wealth than freedom. When you decide to stand up, be a man or a woman, you want to see the doctrines, you got them. I have everything that you need to defeat any court judge, any prosecutor, hands down. They don't have the authority. The authority is in we the people. And when we the people stand united, one nation, under God our Creator, we do save America. And those other crooked bastards, those bar attorneys. Look at the Brunson case. I'm going to tell you that. Look at the Brunson case. That's not the only case out there. I've got several cases on the board. Question is, are we going to get fair hearing? Probably not. It's going to have to be the people. Unfortunately, even though we are self-governing, sovereign under God, we have a government that we created that's out of control. That government has only the authority that we give it. I want everybody to call me. I really want to hear some phone calls about me emailing you this document. Well, Rick, you're a worthless drunk. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, you know, I didn't start drinking the way I drink now until I had to investigate all the child trafficking going on back in 2015. Let me tell you, I still have nightmares of what these sick predators, and that's what they are, predators in government, are doing to our offspring. What they do to our offspring when they steal our offspring. They single out poor families and they steal their offspring because they know they don't have the money to fight back in court. And these pedophiles, murderous pedophiles, feast on the blood of our offspring. Can I prove it? You bet your biscuits. I set the videos. Ken Paxton through Lieutenant Lucas in Texas received packages from me with these videos. These sick fucks literally videotape torturing little people, and they get off to it. Can't imagine why I have a drinking problem when I don't see anything happening. And I've gone to the highest places in government. And what happens to me is I get thrown in jail. I learn real quick. Watch you piss off. What? No. I answer to one creator. I've answered that one creator for a long time. Listen, I'm not the best of men. I'll be the first one to say that. I'm not the best of all men. But when I get my teeth into something, watching child trafficking go on, watching election fraud happen, when are we the people going to remember that it's we the people, that we're the sovereign ones? And if we want to be that one nation under God, don't we think that we should start holding our public servants accountable and going after their indemnity bonds? And if they don't have one, what are they doing in office? If they don't have a oath of office, start talking about. And two, those that said that they're there to serve you. Serve me? Really? I believe I'm a self-serving man, and I'm a self-governing man. And if we go to Cruz's 1796, your government really doesn't have a hold over me because I created that government. And if I created that government, unless I do my fellow man harm, what is my government doing interfering with my life? That's the question. What is my government doing interfering with my life? Now, I know a lot of you will say, well, he's Rick, drunk patriot. Yeah, that is me. It's pretty sad. I'm drinking scotch, but I can out debate any of you God blessed politicians and ask questions that you don't want to answer. If I can get drunk and over the top, imagine what I'll do when I'm sober. Imagine what I will do to you when I'm sober. All you politicians, you want to talk? Let's talk. Donald Trump once called me the most dangerous man in America. I still remember that. I just got off stage. Full stadium in New Jersey. 50,000 people in the stadium. It was said that there was another 20,000 people outside that stadium. Donald Trump gave me a man hug as I walked off stage. Remember this, and I know a few of you do remember. The first words he said when he took the microphone was that was the most dangerous man in America right there, and he did not say it in a bad way. I don't want to be the only dangerous man in America. Once you guys start learning the Constitution, you don't need to be intoxicated. Sometimes I just get this way because I'm frustrated as all get out. I don't get on Facebook and all that stuff all that often. But when I do, it's because I want you to listen. Sovereign authority. Call me. I'll email it to you. I wrote this about 20 God blessed years ago. See that? It's the peaceful way of taking back America. Holding our public servants accountable when they betray their oath of office. That oath of office is not a small thing. Never has been, never will be. They swear to uphold the Constitution. Keep us that one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For all. That means rights. But those that have badges and guns, when they violate your unalienable rights, must be held accountable. I'm not against cops. I'm against cops that don't know justice, don't serve justice. They serve the machine known as government. Unalienable rights cannot be taken away. Unalienable rights are endowed to us by our Creator. We created government to protect those unalienable rights. How well has government done so far? How far are you willing to go to end tyranny? That's the question. I've lost millions, spent countless nights in jail fighting for your, mine, unalienable rights to be recognized by a government that we created to protect them. To protect them. We watched under Biden. Our borders were betrayed, our rights were betrayed. Is that a government of the people, by the people, for the people? Is that a government by the people, for the people? Is that what you desired? But, Rick, it's government. We can't stop it. Big letters. We the people. We the people. When are you going to adhere to your divine right to hold government accountable? Because government should be accountable for their trespasses on the unalienable rights of we the people. Government is not over the people. Government is beneath the people. Unlike King Charles II, we ripped ourselves out of that system. And we became a system of self-governing people. As long as I do no harm to my fellow man or his property, what evil has been created? I'm going to ask you guys to start looking at men that have given their lives as well. Look up people like Sidney, give me a second. much. It sticks in my head and I'm losing it. But last name was Sidney. He was the one that wrote the book, and he was hung because he would not take back what he said against England. He hid out in Italy for like 25 years, and he was part of the parliament. And Algernon Sidney, that's his name. See, everybody talks about Ben Franklin and John Locke and stuff, but it was Algernon Sidney that when I read his book it's called Discord. It's pretty amazing. And when you read the Bible, God made us a self-governing people. And a self-governing people doesn't need those woo-woo-woos chasing us down, little road pirates. We don't need them. What we need is those that act against we the people and our sovereign rights to exist. Listen, bad people go away. Bad people go away quick like when you give an opportunity. See, bad people flourish under government tyranny. Bad people flourish under government tyranny. When we the people become self-governing once again, and we become our brother's keeper as we're supposed to be, things change. You want peace in America? You want peace in the world? Stop interfering with others. Become a brother's keeper. And when I say a keeper, that doesn't mean I'm the enabler. I got a brother that's a crack addict or whatever. You know, you don't, what you do is a little tough love. Help them clean up. Throwing them in prison, what does that do for them? Certain people, yeah, they probably should be in prison. Most of our politicians should be in prison. I'd say as much as I've researched on our politicians, as much as I've gone into their bank accounts and seen when they started in politics and where they are today, yeah, I would say a high percentage of our politicians are bigger criminals than the guy that steals a Snickers from the 7-Eleven. And they have bigger bank accounts and they still steal from us. And they think that that's okay. They figured, hey, I'm a politician. And I'm also thankful that Ron Johnson has reopened the 9/11 investigation. Question is somebody going to kill him before we get the answers we already know? See, we already know the answers on 9/11. We already put the information out there. In the beginning, you guys all thought we were Fruit Loops. Let me remind you, it wasn't just me back in 2001 when I saw the first building collapse that I said bullshit. I said bullshit. Donald Trump came out and said it as well. Here's a guy that's a structural engineer. He knew it was bullshit. And then you start adding up that NORAD was shut down. You start reading the evidence that this was totally planned. There's no way a bunch of guys in turbans made that happen. Sorry. I knew it right from the get-go. Oh, did you guys forget I was a demolition expert as well? Sorry. Before that happened, I was already a demolition expert working for Lacey Construction out of Houston, Texas. My job was demolition. There's no friggin' way that wasn't planned. And let me tell you, that takes months of preparation to be that precise. My younger brother didn't even listen to me. He said, "Oh my God, we're under attack." And I said, "Yeah, by our own nation." And he signed up, went back to war. He was a good kid. He came home from war and was messed up. Seriously messed up. He saw horrors he should never have seen. Was part of horrors he should never have seen because they should never have happened. There's so much I can tell you about the pipelines that we, the Americans, destroyed. Muammar Gaddafi, oh yeah, he's an evil guy. Why don't you start reading what he did for his people? Why don't you start reading what was going on in Iraq before you start calling us all heroes? Because we're not. And I know that's going to piss off a lot of soldiers out there, but you damn well know what we did there was bullshit. We were regulated idiots playing a game and not a game for good. We played a game for evil with evil intentions. Men, women died. We killed millions when we shouldn't have. Guys all like that George W. Bush. Well, let me tell you. He ain't no man. He ain't no hero. He's an evil scumbag. Along with his predecessor, Obama. How many of you know Obama's father was George Bush's partner in Zapata Oil? And what they did, they were running cocaine. Lolo Santoro. Lolo Santoro was George H.W. Bush's connection, running the cocaine all the way up into Houston, and then from Houston to Mena, Arkansas, right up there to our good old buddy Clinton. Yeah, how many of you knew that? I lost many friends bringing that evidence into fact with the Panama Papers. Look it up. Mike Gill calls them the Pandora Papers. No, they were the Panama Papers. It was my team that was left behind in Panama because we took over his office. How many of you knew that General Noriega was trained by the CIA and put into position by the CIA, and when he got a little greedy, the Bushes didn't like it, the Clintons didn't like it, had to take him out. That was the whole reason for Operation Just Cause, December 21st, 1998. We captured him on January 5th. He surrendered. My team was left behind. We were the team that had the Panama Papers. And it's only by the grace of God that we made it back across the Texas-Mexican border with those papers from his office. Bank transactions, everything. We had it all. We still do. If there was a real court in the United States that we could give those documents to, which we still have, the few of us that are left, which we still have, we would bring the Clintons, the Bushes, the Obamas, all of them up on high treason. We would. But there's not a court in this land until we, the people, decide that enough is enough. You've seen the lawfare that's happened trying to get rid of Donald Trump. Seen the lawfare going after him. I'm one of the few team members left that still has access to those documents that can indict the majority of politicians for high treason. You, the people, have to ask for me to stand before Congress and call each one of those congressmen and women out by name. Call them out. For high treason. I don't know much how I survive. I drink too much. You know, Steve Bannon, gotta love him. He's wanted me out there. He's wanted me to talk about what I'm talking about tonight many times over. Sober at least, but listen, I'm calling out to you, the people. They've done everything they can to destroy me. They've thrown me in jail. They've frozen my millions and they've done everything they can to destroy me. I'm not sure what to do next. And I'm not going to roll over and die. Hit me up. Let's have a conversation. Like I said, my phone number, I'm not bashful about it. 361-342-7760. Best way to have a conversation with me is at least start off with a text message. That being said, I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to bid you all good night. Rick Martin, Constitutional Law Group. Signing out.